a lot of things I think are scary about the future when it comes to advancements in technology. There are so many amazing possibilities, but there are so many unknowns. The question is, will these be for the good of mankind, or will they lead us down a dark path? And ultimately, that's what inspired the Human Affliction. Assimilate Regenerate was about bringing together my passion for instrumental guitar and science fiction, and it was something I wanted to do ever since hearing Joe Satriani surfing with the Alien. It was also inspired by my feelings towards life, the future, and technology and its effects on humanity, and I really wanted to carry this on with the Human Affliction. The whole album was recorded at my home studio up in the mountains of the Gold Coast. It's such a beautiful, peaceful place surrounded by rainforest and nature. It's certainly an inspiring place to make an album, and the landscape definitely played a part in influencing the sound of the album, especially with Earth 2.0. The Human Affliction is written around a cyberpunk story I wrote. Actually, it was more like a screenplay. I'm not a writer, so it wasn't particularly good, but I thought the concept of writing a soundtrack to it would be a cool way to make an album. When it comes to writing music, I'm a very visual person. I like to be inspired by movies and art and imagery. So making an album this way really made a lot of sense to me. It was important right from the start that the music reflected the cold, eerie, gritty, high-tech, low-life aspect of this dystopian world that I was imagining. So I decided to use a lot more cold-sounding synths and dark reverbs, and also a lot of distorted electronic elements. For the guitars on the Human Affliction, I use this Ibanez RGD 7-string model, which has got EMG 707 pickups installed, and it's also strung with Dunlop electric strings, which is gauge 9 to 64 on the bottom. I use this for all the guitars except for I re-recorded the rhythm guitars on Earth 2.0 with an 8-string. For an amp for both rhythm and lead guitar, I used a Line 6 Pod X3 Live. When writing music, I'm always inspired by a concept, or it could be an emotion, sometimes it's a title. and that usually sparks an idea. It might be a guitar riff or a chorus melody, or it could be an idea that inspires a whole song but then doesn't actually end up making the final track. Then I open up a session in Logic and work up a demo with drums. From there I think about the song like it's a mini movie playing in my head. And for me this is a great way to guide the dynamics of the song as well as make a visual and emotional connection to it. I often do multiple versions of a song and can spend weeks on it. I think Ghost of the Machine still holds the record. I did 20 different versions of that before I got the one that I was happy with. Other times, like with The End is the Beginning, it was late one night and I was thinking about my father who's passed away. And the whole song just came out in about 15 minutes. The next day I got up and I recorded it. It was quite amazing how quickly it came together, and it's one of my favourite songs. I'm not really sure why I'm so inspired by the future, but I'm certainly going to continue to explore it through my music.